Spectators must never use violence in any form towards another person, including fellow spectators, players, or match and team officials, including coaches. Any person who does not comply with the spectator code of behaviour or who otherwise causes a disturbance may be evicted from the venue and may be banned from attending future matches. A reminder that all Northern New South Wales football finals fall under Northern New South Wales football's zero tolerance policy. The zero tolerance policy includes targeted measures to put against match official abuse in competitions across the region. The zero tolerance policy has been enforced for all Northern New South Wales football competitions for the last 2 seasons, including UNE Regional Super League, MPL Northern New South Wales, Kick 169 Northern League 1, Premier League, Junior Development League, and related cup competitions under Northern New South Wales football jurisdiction. Through the Match Officials Support Standards Zero Tolerance Policy, Northern New South Wales football has introduced measures targeted at stamping out abuse and creating a safer, more supportive and welcoming environment for match officials and competitions. These initiatives have been part of the 3-pillar strategy to implement zero tolerance, including clear messaging for everyone's hand, tangible support for match officials, and tougher sanctions. So a reminder to please respect all our match officials this weekend. Northern New South Wales football has zero tolerance towards match official abuse at its matches. Enough is enough. Call it out, stand it out. Northern New South Wales football would like to acknowledge its fantastic sponsors who help us to deliver football in our region. Newcastle Permanent, NBN Television, Newcastle Herald, Hit 106.9, Umbrella, Mitra, Vito Sports, Fruit Brothers, Complete Sport Solutions, Green Room Futures, Badges and Medals, Rio and UNE. Thank you for your support of football across the Northern New South Wales region. Time to take a look at our starting lineups for today's match. Starting with Northern Storm. Number 2, Harrison Scott. Number 4, Ethan Andrews. Number 6, James Peel. Number 7, Mark McCarthy. Number 8, the captain, Campbell Greer. Number 9, N. Siang Wan. Number 10, Jared Coleman. Number 11, Marco Kisose. Number 16, Jeffrey Odgers. Number 19, Benjamin Duff. And number 22, Mitchell Weed. The substitutes: number 3, Kieran Clerk. Number 5, Ben Slater. Number 12, Thomas Sweeney. Number 13, Mesro Getahun. Number 15, Noah Kennedy. Number 17, Matthew Newbury. And number 18, Jesse Cook. They're coached by Craig Caruana. And their opponents this afternoon: Port Saints. Number 1, Anthony Scarabello. Number 2, Jesper Prestegard. Number 3, Daniel Peel. Number 18, Cooper Newton. Number 21, Michael Finlayson. Number 23, Matthew Peel. Number 26, Hunter Croft. Number 27, the captain, Bailey Pascoe. Number 42, Angus Goodman. Number 43, Anthony Jamison. And number 48, Brody Winter. Their substitutes: number 4, Xander Hicks. Number 13, Cameron Bale. Number 17, Daniel Gardner. And number 45, Dan McIntyre. They're coached by Luca Poloni. And our match officials this afternoon: assistant referees Liam Griffiths and Matt Hall, and referee Patrick Rankmore. Spectators must comply with all terms of admission, including provisions relating to security screening, intoxication, and items that are prohibited by law or restricted by policy from being brought into the venue. Any person who does not comply with this spectator code of behaviour, or who otherwise has caused a disturbance, may be evicted from the venue and may be banned from attending future matches.
So it comes down to this 90 minutes of football ahead to decide the champion club in regional Northern New South Wales football. It's the men's grand final in the UNE Regional Super League. The Northern Storm versus the Port Saints. And we are about to kick off here at Scully Park. It's the Port Saints in their black kit this evening, taking on the Northern Storm in the all white. And we are good to go in the decider. Saints kicking off. Both of these teams with emphatic semi-final victories yesterday. The Northern Storm, we could scarcely believe it, thumping Inverell FC 6-0. Because Inverell had only conceded one goal in the group stage. They'd won all three of their group matches. But Northern Storm got the early upper hand, and then it snowballed from there. For the Port Saints, well, they downed Armidale City West Side 6-1. So, a clash of two teams who are riding a wave of confidence. That'll be a foul. Harrison Scott goes down under the challenge from Hunter Croft. These teams are largely as they are, at least in terms of the starting 11, as they were yesterday. That's a little foul as well. Committed by the captain, Campbell Breer. Saints just looking to use the width of Scully Park. It's had a lot of traffic on it, not only this weekend, but last weekend as well, and it's actually held up very well. This is Moang, who opened the scoring, scored a hat-trick yesterday. That might be a foul as well. No, there must have been a little bit of ball in it. So we go on. Tile. As well to hold on possession, and the outlet is Whedon, his goalkeeper. He just lumps it long. Moang. Got Tile on his outside. Tackles are flying in early. And another foul. Well, they're even tackling each other now, the Saints. An intense opening to this one. We saw it yesterday in particular in that Northern Storm Inverell FC game. Ben Dove charged with delivering the free kick. It goes low. It's dealt with, at least initially. There'll be a follow-up shot. It's a rocket from McCarthy, but it's wide of the target. Why not have a little early cider? Long with the goal kick. Goff gets body position on it. Now Tile. Andrews. McCarthy. Get to use the space on that left flank. Inside for Sosse. Breer. Edge of the area. Trying to dance over it, but just outsmarted himself. Saints try and break quickly, but there aren't many up there, and they'll get a foul instead. Now they will try and go quickly with it. This might be a booking. It will. Ethan Andrews picks up a yellow ticket in just the 4th minute. And that is rather a tightrope for him to walk for potentially another 86 minutes. Especially when you're playing across the back four. Daniel Peel to Prestigard. And then dispossessed by Breer. They try and come on a run again. Breer's been fouled. And is this going to be a yellow card as well? It is. And ditto that remark for Prestegard. So we're 5 minutes in, less than that. And we've already got a defender from each who is sitting on a yellow card. Short to Tile. Trying to dink it towards the area where Breer was waiting for it. Cleared by Prestegard. Tile did well to reach that and control it. And Tile does well to drag that one back. It was nearly placed behind him. Dove makes the tackle. Andrews to McCarthy. Spots the runner Moang. Well defended by Matthew Peel, although they might have turned it over here. Moang will have a second chance here. And McCarthy, he's already had a shot from distance. He tried to take him on. And had a bit too much to do. Andrews wins that one. Just sells it a bit short. Gave Dove a bit too much to do and ricochets out. It'll be a black throw. Cooper Newton at right back again for the Saints. Jersey number 18 today. He was in 31 yesterday when they had that predominantly white kit on. It's Westside in the royal blue. We must have gone the FIFA rules, black and white TV. Told you probably rather be playing in a lighter colour yesterday. This one kicking off later in the day, so the weather will be a bit better, but still the threat of a storm hanging over Tamworth, and I don't know if that's an omen for the Northern Storm. Dove for the Storm coming at them now. He's been bundled over by Prestegard, who's just been booked, remember. You want to be careful. Understand the dark arts, but that feels like an unnecessary one to commit so blatantly at this point in the game. Dove was on a run, but he was out fairly wide, and Dove will deliver the free kick now. Floats it towards the back stick, and flapping at it was Scarabello. He just got a touch on it to ensure it went wide. It'll be a corner to the Storm. Definitely wasn't the most authoritative of touches from the keeper. Dub is now looking for a ball. We've got a couple out that. We've got at least one out that side, but it's on the wrong side of halfway. One nearby anyway. There's a committee meeting happening at the edge of the area with all the Storm players. 5 of them you cover with a blanket at the moment. And a stacked goal area with the Saints defenders. It's lofted in, it's over everyone. Breer watches it glide over his head. Now he makes the challenge. I'll try and keep him in there with the press, and Breer has won it. Nips it off Prestegard. He makes good use of the body. And it'll be a throw-in. Dan Peel was across and cover defence. Battle there with Croft, and the throw will go the way of the men in black. Croft again manages to sneak it through to Finlayson. Finlayson tries to send Goodman on a run. Angus Goodman, who scored the first 2 goals for the Saints yesterday. Either side of the sole goal for West Side. So much for him. I did say they were essentially, as they started yesterday, I've just noticed no Josh Gardner on the team sheet for the Saints. So we did see him pick up some sort of knock late in the game yesterday. He scored a couple of his own. That is a telling exclusion for the Saints. Dove, Muang. Dove again, trying to play Breer in. He's going to try and recycle here. He gets it to Breer, who takes a shot on the turn, but would have been doing well in that sort of situation to trouble the keeper. McCarthy keeps it in play. As well, Saints have actually set up with 5 at the back. And the outermost of those 5 on this side, Prestegard, is playing fetch now. To Goodman, who couldn't hold on to it. Muang, Breer. Over top, tries to send Muang on a little run. Dan Peel looks back to his keeper and Scarabello. Prestegard cushions it, but Breer swoops on it. Can he make it here? It comes back to Scott. Scott swings it over. McCarthy at the edge of the area. Had to generate all his own power with the header. Shot is blocked. It was Kisose that was bearing down at it. He pushes it back now to Tile. Out to Scott again. Second chance to bend one over. Newton on the end of it. He's given that a fair lash. And it's into the grandstand here at Scully Park. Odgers, Kisose. Able to turn and then run at the defenders now. Kisose, he might have been clicked on the way through. There's no free kick that ensues. Now Saints trying to break out here through Winter, but it's only gone as far as Kohler. McCarthy with it. Kohler has stayed down. They try and put Dove in behind, but Scarabello is out to meet it. And we'll have a stoppage in play to check on Jared Kohler. If you have just jumped on and you missed the women's grand final, Lake Cat IFC are the regional champions. In the women's, they defeated by Macleay Valley by the only goal of the game. Spot kick in the 60th minute to Evie Bobolak. So Lake Cat are the first ever women's champions in the UNE Regional Super League. Support Saints from part of the world as well. Dove. Falls favourably for Breer, although across was Jamison to make sure that Breer wasn't going to get a run on goal. Breer is on the end of the throw, and he's going to get body position here. He'll get a shot away. It's blocked, though. Might be a second attempt here. Moang spins into his path. And then they rush it to safety. And that one is never going to trouble Anthony Scarabello. Quarter of an hour on the clock now. They spread it to Newton. McCarthy leaves it behind. Kola to Moang. Now Dove. Trying to find McCarthy wide left. Wasn't going out there. Odgers. Moang. Kola. Dove. All the passing lanes are blocked.
Just give me a decent metre and a half off the line there, please. Thank you.
Comes off Kisose. It's Finlayson now. Breer. Looks back. Moang throws a foot at it. Dove just loses his footing. Winter. Croft. Saints try and break here through Pascoe. McCarthy returns that one. Matthew Peel goes the aerial route. Nolan nods it from whence it came, but Pascoe has got the ball at his feet now. Kiselse nips in, wins it back for the men from Karora. That was awkward. Shot comes in. Finlayson is blocked. Moang. McCarthy looks for the big switcher play to Scott. He's got nowhere to go, so it's back with Odgers. Kisose. Scott gives it away, but there's a little bit of work to do here still for Jamison. He's got Tile bearing down on him. Peel to Winter. You'd think the 5 at the back weighter numbers would favour Saints, as it did, although they're in a little bit of trouble now. It's a good press from the Storm. Scott. Moang. Thought he was going to try and let it run. There we go long, trying to find Goodman. Flag has stayed down, but Kohler is there. Prods it to McCarthy. Kisose. McCarthy again. Tile. He's got Dove wide right. Couldn't steer it to him. So a little bit left in that. There was something left in that, and the free kick is actually going to go to the Storm. And then there's a bit of afters there. Tile has done something that the Saints took exception to. It's Tile and Croft. Kohler goes short to Odgers. Andrews. The long throw. Pascoe tried to flick it inside for the benefit of Goodman. It's Odgers that's come up with it. Now Kisose. Breer. Kohler. Tries to send Tile on a little bit of a run here. It's a slightly awkward one for Dan Peel, but he manages to knot it back to his keeper. Bello bombs it long. Jason. Kisose threaded it through to Breer. Steps around the challenger Winter. He's got McCarthy on his left, Mwang in front. Goes to McCarthy. McCarthy tries to curl it. Pretty tame effort in the end. Winter around the corner to Pascoe. Peel out to Newton. Pings around. Newton have a second attempt. Still pinging around. Breer wins it. Only momentarily. Peel. Winter. Jamison. Won by Odgers. McCarthy. Odgers again. Slides it to Breer. Jamison, Finlayson rather, nips in, wins that one, and the throw eventually goes to the Saints. Pascoe. Back to Peel, Matt Peel that is. Sose. Scott. So it's gone a little run. Keep that in, Scott. So. Now Tile. Might have been taken out late there. He was. Free kick. And there's another card going to come out here. It's gone to Shonda Goodman, I think. I just thought for a moment that the referee was looking over at Prestiga because he was in the general vicinity, but I think it's been issued against Angus Goodman. Just as well, for reasons obvious. The Dove to make this ball take flight. Not a whole lot of flight in the end. Try and recycle here, Ben Dove. Takes it towards the edge of the area. Game ahead, tennis breaks out. Pascoe. Breer, his opposite captain, he got a shot away, but it was deflected before it caused any real danger. Dove again, Kisose. Back to Odgers. use the width here. Back inside for Kisose. He's got Dove all on his own on this right flank. Float one towards Tile. It's come awkwardly off the boot. It'll just be a throw-in. Bree. Scott. Away past Jamison. Bree. The back of Croft, I think. Bree again. Floats behind Moang. Scarabello. Actually put it on the toe. Go long where Finlayson was waiting for it. Kiselse. Scott comes back inside. Pascoe now, the captain for the Saints, and Winter helps it on its way. There's going to be a free kick to the Saints here. Floated toward deep in the area and then whipped clear by Odgers. Nervy moment there for the Northern Storm. Got a corner, or they'll have a corner to defend now. It skims off the head of Scott. Prestegard is charged with corner duties for the Saints. He's now, and it's whacked clear. Heel from a long way out. It was an awkward bounce in front of Whedon, but he held it well. Always difficult when they drop just in front of the keeper like that. Still 0-0. McCarthy just kept that in. Newton strong in the challenge. Going to have a change already. Messera Getahun is waiting. Only gone through 28 minutes. The 29th down. It looks like it's Kohler. You can say he's clearly not tactical. See it there, Jared Kohler with a little limp as he trudges off. So he'll be a spectator for the next hour and a bit. And hoping that his boys can get the job done today. This is Andrews. Oh, gives it up here to Jamison, but Finlayson rather, but only momentarily. Getahun getting his first touches. He's a substitute on yesterday. Moanga's stayed down clutching his knee. Kisose. Bree was trying to probe for a way through. No drinks break in this one. They had one in their women's grand final earlier. Obviously a bit warmer and a bit more muggy with the afternoon kickoff as opposed to the evening. Finlayson just commits a little foul there on Kisose. Malone slings it across to Scott. Andrews back to Scott. Drives one towards the area. Moang ends up with it. Back to Gedahun. Floats one over to the back stick, and McCarthy was the intended recipient. Just evaded him. Dan Peel, press to guard. Jamison under a bit of pressure here. Moang might have got a foot in there. Jamison's got to find a way out here, and did he get a touch on the way through? The answer is yes. Milk to throw. Try and milk a few more metres, press to guard, but the referee's wise to it. Gone past that half-hour mark now, still without a goal to show for it yet. Finlayson, he's playing for the foul. Had a case, Scott. Andrews, I don't think necessarily was, but he had a case. Kisose, Scott again. Dove is a target at the back. Prestegard gets ahead on it, and just as well. Now they try and break quickly. It's only Goodman up there. He hasn't had a whole lot of service so far. Pascoe nearly leaves it behind as he tries to pick out Goodman on the right-hand side. Scott steady on the ball. Andrews. And Gedahun had to reach for it. Didn't have enough reach. Tile. Moang. Strong on the ball, Moang. Still going. He won't get it past Newton, no. Newton, the call was have a hit. Instead he tries to tee up Finlayson. Gedahun is there. Whips it clear. Finlayson. Trying to roll Gedahun, but he's gone with him. Gets a foot in, concedes the corner. Tries to swing it in. A second attempt here. Prestegard has stayed down. Now he's up on his feet. Dan Peel chips it towards Goodman. Comes off the head of Andrews. Into the hands of Whedon. Out of the hands of Whedon to Andrews. Dove. McCarthy. Dove again. Trying Jamison Breer on his way. Scott is there in cover. Pascoe short with the throw. He's trying to find Goodman. Dan Peel going to take on Dove. And does. And now Pascoe almost left it behind. There's going to be a foul eventually. Kisose must have been the guilty party in the end. Be a ceremonial. Jamison will try and swing it in off the left peg. And he does go for goal. And it was on target, but handled easily enough by Whedon. Flings it out to Getahun. And Breer, he's found in a lot of space. Campbell Breer. Can't get past the first defender though. Excellent tackle from Peel. Breer will try and recycle here. Still he might come up with it. And eventually it's cleared by Dan Peel. He was taking no prisoners there. Goodman might be through here. No, Scott gets body position. Storm will try and walk it out through Odgers. Just off the ball. Breer is to his feet now, but he's in an offside position. I think Dove was as well then, which is why he didn't continue the run. Won by Odgers. It might come down. That's awkward. Breer might pinch it here. Breer will take the shot. Lashes it past the near post. Set up for him nicely, but he still had to get it around the defenders, Campbell Breer. Peel walks it out of his area into Pascoe. And Newton trying to guide it up the line to Finlayson, but just shanked it slightly. Getahun tried to bring it down. Jamison pressed the guard. Andrews goes to the skies. Jamison nods it ahead. It's hooked on its way. Back to Odgers now. Then Kisose back to Scott. Mr. Guard is trying to shield it out for a goal kick and does. Might have had a case for a free kick there, but it's much the same result anyway. Tile. Moang. Jameson nods it, and as far as Kisose. Andrews. McCarthy. Scott to McCarthy, pokes it to Kisose. Couldn't get it out to Dove. Just with press to guard. Lost his footing. He's trying to send Goodman on his way. Kisose. Scott. Still Scott. Too much for Andrews to run down. Croft. Kisose beats the first challenge. Moang lets it run. Breer tried to lay it off from Moang. He did get a touch on it. Now it's Dove. Dove drives into the area and then forced out. And then that's an excellent tackle from Peel. Dove. Breer. Getahun. Breer, there's no way through here at the moment. Oh, they found one. Breer was offside. So the Saints' defence does enough. Scott to Andrew. Odgers. Getahun. Selse. Getahun, Moang. Tile. Pascoe gets a touch on it. Storm end up with it again. Andrews. Selse. Breer is in space and the flag has stayed down this time. Tries to cut in, there's just enough of a touch there to put him off. Getahun chips it towards the back stick. Keeper got a touch. McCarthy, shot blocked. Newton. Scarabello was just getting to his feet, but Newton got in the way of the shot. Denies Mark McCarthy. McCarthy just gives it up. Can't get it to Goodman. He's not really featured in this game so far. This is Getahun. Dinks it in. McCarthy got a head on it and the flag goes up again. Long to Scott. Under pressure here is Getahun. He had Croft bearing down on him. Get away with that, but now there's work to do at the other end. And Jamison is assured. Scarabello not appreciating the contact from Dove. Going end to end at the moment. Final minute of regulation time in this opening half. Newton to Pascoe, who has to look back. And the foul is given. This is Winter that was brought down. Free kick in not a bad area as we tick into stoppage time in the first half. It's all on Anthony Jamieson. What a time to score this would be. Wang, McCarthy and one other I can't spot in the wall. 5 to aim at. Comes into traffic, it's helped on its way, it's gone through and it's gone in. And I'm not sure who got the final touch. I think Jamison's going to claim it. It might have missed everyone. It doesn't matter. The end result's the same. The Port Saints on the stroke of half-time lead the final in the UNE Regional Super League.
Goal for Port Saints, scored by number 43, Anthony Jamieson. Makes the score Port Saints 1, Northern Storm 0.
Just to confirm, we are crediting Jamieson with the goal, the delivery from the free kick that caused chaos. And the Saints, arguably against the run of play, have their noses in front as half-time looms. Bit of throw in as well. It's almost as big a cheer. And that is the half. Anthony Jamieson with a big blow in stoppage time. And at the break, it's the Northern Storm 0, trailing the Port Saints 1.
That is half-time in our UNE Northern New South Wales Regional Super League men's round.
At UNE, we've designed study around real life. Yours. Sure, learning can happen in classrooms, but it happens outside of them too. In moments and places where things just click. On campus or online, it's where you'll find your people, your passion. The place where study actually fits your life. Because UNE puts you at the centre. At UNE, we've designed study around real life. Yours. Sure, learning can happen in classrooms, but it happens outside of them too. In moments and places where things just click. On campus or online, it's where you'll find your people, your passion. The place where study actually fits your life. Because UNE puts you at the centre. At UNE, we've designed study around real life. Yours. Sure, learning can happen in classrooms, but it happens outside of them too. In moments and places where things just click. On campus or online, it's where you'll find your people, your passion. The place where study actually fits your life. Because UNE puts you at the centre.
It's the Port Saints, 1 to the good, ahead of the second half in the final half of this inaugural UNE Regional Super League competition. So the Port Saints 45 minutes away from being crowned regional champions of Northern New South Wales. But the Northern Storm will have a bit to say about that. Conceded very late in that first half, in stoppage time in fact. Anthony Jamison free kick that evaded everyone as it looped in. 45 minutes for the men from Karora to try and find an equaliser. It'll be a free kick by Peel, committed by Kyle. Just scanning the team, it appears there's just the one change at half-time. Matthew Newbury has been brought on for the Northern Storm in place of Mark McCarthy, we believe. And that one's nodded out. It was Andrews that got the final touch on that. Either way, it's a corner to the Saints. This Jamison, who will be charged with delivering this dead ball as well. His last one was itself deadly. What can he do here from the corner? It's gone really deep. That's an acrobatic effort from Croft. Ball still in play here, although they've been forced back now with Peel. Turned over here, Moang. Got Dove busting a lung on his left. Just decides to hold it up and roll it to Newbury. That one will roll through to Scarabello. It appears that the Saints are unchanged since the opening half. Whedon was with the fast bowlers throw out there. They're trying to find Gedahun on that right-hand flank. Instead it's Moang who's brought down. And a booking or not? I think there was a booking shown just there. Dan Peel. That'll be 3 Saints defenders now who are on yellow cards. Tile goes very deep, straight to Scarabello. He's Prestigard and also, I beg your pardon, it's not 3 defenders, it's 3 Saints players. Prestigard and that Goodman is the other. Stayed in play for a moment. Now it's out. The head of Peel for a corner for the Storm. Of course, it's easier when you're Angus Goodman and you're leading the line. Don't have to worry so much about potentially conceding a second yellow card, or incurring a second yellow card. Although he's back on defensive duties at the moment as the corner comes in. It's nodded out by Finlayson. Moang puts it back in the mixer, and again Scarabello comes and he gathers it up at the second attempt. So Ethan Andrews is throwing himself at it. They try and go quickly now. But Odgers was there. Goodman bearing down on him. Gedahun trying to combine with Dove, and it's just potted out of play. Dove again. Nipped off him. Kisose to Tile. Just dallied on it, did Tile, and Pascoe will try and pinch it. gather it up. Newbury. Moang. Kisose into the area. And they just do enough to fend him off. Scott. Hodges. Gedahun. Prestigard is trying to shield it out. I think it's going to happen for him. Gedahun rolls it back under his control. There's no one on the end of that ball, so Matt Peel launches it upfield quickly. Oh, did Moang handle that? No. Knows the decision. Kisose. Jamison. Finlayson trying to release Goodman. Scott has tracked it. Newton gets a touch on it, so did Newbury. So the Saints will get the throw. Go, the coach just trying for his players to calm things down a little bit. Here comes Odgers still. Trying to trot his way into the Saints half. Tile tries to turn around the corner to Breer, and likewise to Gedahun, who tries to whip one over. Kisose goes down. Oh, I think the referee thought about it and then thought no. And now Goodman's hit the deck. Still, there's no foul. Andrews to Newbury. Newton decides to get rid of it. Odgers. Slides it to Breer. Gedahun on the overlap on the outside. What can he scap there? Not anything. Trying for a cross, trying to at least play for a corner. It's out with Gedahun again. This time he looks back to Odgers and just a little bit short with the pass, but they'll get a throw for their trouble anyway. Sose. Andrews. Scarabella had to come out of his area and just skewed it off the right boot. Back to Andrews. There's a little trick shot to Goodman. It could work out here. Pascoe gets in the way of it, but you can see the goal kick. Andrews. Dove fell there by Pascal, and it'll be a free kick. Odgers decides to walk his way back across the middle of Scully Park and then slides it to Dove. Dove running at the defence now, trying to run his way into the area, and he has. He's got to look for a cutback here. Stout in defence was peeled. Dove will try and recycle, although he's just being tripped there is the call. And a free kick right on the edge of the area for the Northern Storm. Frontmen Finlayson and Goodman in the wall for the Saints. Finlayson, the former Jets youth player. Dove, short. Tile has a go at it and just comes off the side of the boot. Getahun can't beat the first defender. That one does, but not the second defender, and it's cleared by Jamison. It's part of the back five, but has the only goal of the game so far. Anthony Jamison. Real stalwart of the club by now. A dozen years there. Whedon. Newbury. Andrews has to backtrack. Hodges. Getahun. Got Scott in a more advanced position. He picks him out. Moang is dispossessed. Breer. Out to Newbury. Trying to work the triangles here. Newbury has got a couple to aim at if he can whip it over. He comes back to Dove instead. And Dove will go on another mazy run into the area, and this time he gets free, but he's just had a bit too much to do, and he flings himself into the challenge. Not quite sure what he was going to try and achieve there, but he was having a go at it. Now there'll just be a little bit of a talking to. The referee explaining there was no foul. It was an interesting effort. Newton looked like he was going to leave a lot in that challenge. Breer might have been tripped. He'll play on. Shifts it to Scott. Getahun. Kisose. Dove. Getahun again. Scott. To make a nuisance of himself, and he's rewarded with a throw-in. Dove will try and take him on again, dancing across the edge of the area. But again, too much to do. Start to hear a little bit of chat out there now. A little bit of feeling. There's plenty on the line. We've got just over half an hour to decide the regional champions. Newbury was lucky he pulled out of that one. It's a solid tackle from Andrews. Goodman back onto his feet, and so is Andrews, and Goodman's got around him this time, and he'll look for the cutback, but it's blocked. That was probably one of Angus Goodman's best moments of the game so far. Moang is behind the back four, but he was already behind the back four when it was played through. There's a lot of sledging now from the Port Saints bench. I'm not sure exactly who it was directed to. It would have either been Dove or Newbury. There's definitely some chat. It's Newbury that gets the touch and gets past his first man. Now Moang tries to send Newbury on a run. It'll be well covered. He'll get final touch as well. And the Port Saints bench is now riding every challenge. think they sense that frustration is just building for the Storm as they try and chase this game. And then from Karora, arguably had the better of the play in the first half, but they went into the shed to goal down thanks to Anthony Jamieson. And that's still what separates us as we approach the hour mark in this men's grand final in the UNE Regional Super League. The Storm come again. They try the big switcher play. Newton intercepts it. Jamieson to Winter. That's a nice ball. You put Goodman on a lead there, although he's not got a lot of help. Tile comes and swoops on that one. Newton is strong in the challenge. Tile comes up with the football though. Newbury now, they play the safe option. Back to Andrews. He looks the switcher play to Odgers. Scott has dropped back into that back four. So by the way, we saw him take up almost a right wing position. There is Scott on the ball now. He's dropped back into a more defensive role. Newbury has been finding some space out on this left flank, and he's trying to put Moang into space as well, but it was read well by Matthew Peel. An ironic cheer again for Ben Dove as he puts that one out of play. Newton flings it long. Goodman stabs it down, but only for the benefit of the Storm. And that's a nice ball. Breer. I think it took a touch, and Breer watches it roll out for a corner. Came off the boot of Dan Peel, who was coming across in cover. It's Ben Dove. He's got Moang as a short option. Drives it in low, and it's deflected off the boot of Newton. Nearly turned it into his own net. Nearly teed it up for a Storm player as well at the back post because they were lining up. Dove tries to fire it in the area. Goes to Getahun, although he couldn't get a shot away. Tile has targets in the box if he wants them. It goes back to Odgers. Newbury. Moang. And Moang draws a free kick. Craig Caruana calling for numbers up. It's gone short to Newbury instead though. He'll try to curl it towards a target in the area. Off the head of Tile and then nodded on by Pascoe. Kisose, he was dispossessed. Newbury across to Odgers. Scott. Tries to float it over towards Tile, and coming for it is Scarabello. Takes it in the breadbasket. Smacks it long towards Goodman, who's up on his own. And he's actually managed to draw the throw in though, so he's got more out of it than they might have expected. Hodges was trying to shepherd it out of play. The lights have taken full effect here now. Looks like we are going to escape that weather that I was predicting to. Winter. Tile gets a foot in. Moang. To turn and look back to Odgers. Kisose, he's playing under a bit of pressure here, but Kisose wins it. And Winter commits the foul. Eden pokes it to Moang. Such a dynamic player is Ansian Moang. Seems to be everywhere. Side to side, front to back. Scored a hat-trick yesterday against Inverell FC. Oh, that's a dangerous ball in. It's Scarabello is solid. Puts his body on the line. So too did Andrews, and Andrews has stayed down. He's up to his feet now. Now it looks like it might be Scarabello who's had the wind taken out of him. Scarabello is able to clear the football. Andrews meets it. Moang, Newbury, Dove, Moang again. Hemmed in here on that left flank, so they look towards the other side. Kisose rolls it to Odgers. Kisose again, bearing down on him, out to Gedahun. Peel is now in a bit of strife as well. It's pretty innocuous, but he's feeling something, Dan Peel. And I don't know if it's a crab because he refused it being stretched out, although he's on his feet now, so that's a good sign. Been made to leave the field. Well, I guess the ball was already out of play, wasn't it? Newbury. Jamison whips it clear. Goodman nods it on to no one in particular to try and run onto it, but Odgers was there first. Newbury gives away to Pascoe, who returns the favour. Gentlemanly, wasn't it? Moang might be free here. That's a foul. It might be a booking. Matthew Peel isn't one of the three on a yellow card, and he's still not on a yellow card. They try and go quickly, looking for Gedahun towards the back of the penalty area. Prestegard stabs it out of there. Odgers will try and recycle, but he's just driven it in low, and Winter, he's the reserve grade coach for Port Saints, just bashes it away from the general vicinity. Gedahun, maybe this time, no. Well defended again. Andrews. Kisose. Tile. Newbury. Tile has continued the run. It goes inside instead to Dove. Back to Newbury. Dove, who's been dangerous in these sorts of areas. It's out of play. It's a goal kick. 20 minutes to go in this one. Northern Storm still looking for that equaliser, and they have been since very late in the first half. Stoppage coming fat. That is a great ball and all tackle from Newton. Got him up on the Saints bench. Odgers wins the race to the football. And the tackle comes in from Croft. Getahun. But short now, Goodman. He's got one in support. It's Pascoe who had to check his run and come back for it. And Newbury flicks it back. Pascoe has been able to run onto it though. I don't think he was able to keep it in play, he wasn't. Wow. Gives it away. Tries to win it back. That should be a foul, and it is. Goodman just sucked Andrews into it. Angus Goodman has been a bit more involved in this second half. Anthony Jamieson, it was a similar position in the other half from where he scored the opening goal. Tries to go through the gap, but it's a little, well, it looked a little easier for Whedon to deal with. And he nearly made a hash of it. Firm call the keeper this time. It was almost a gift. That one ricochets off the shin of Winter. It's out for a throw-in for the Northern Storm. Is the Regional Super League trophy going to Port Macquarie or is it going to Karora? Find out not too long from now. Scott meets it. Finlayson run onto it. And turns back now for Winter. Finlayson must have been offside. He was called it. And now we'll have another change here. It's James Tyle who's being withdrawn, and Tom Sweeney injected into this one. Namoang. Interesting to see if there is any change of shape or shuffle of personnel with that change. Ricochets off Pascoe, and it's fortuitous for the Saints. Scarabello is in no great rush to start the clock on his 6 seconds or whatever they actually get. There's of course been a discussion about modifying that law. I would have thought if IFAB was so worried about it, the directive would be to just enforce it. But anyway, shank from Newton, and he's bailed out by Nat Peel. Moang. Newton's out to meet that one. Kisose. Odgers. The first touch just took him into the defence. Getahun. And again, it's Croft getting involved. Middle of the park, making the tackles. Whedon. Andrews. Newbury. There's no sign of panic yet for the Northern Storm. Clearly signs of frustration, but not panic just yet. Sweeney hemmed in. Finds a way through though to Bree. That was a lovely little ball, and Sweeney will go again. He's able to ride that challenge and then gets past Newton as well, and Sweeney edge of the area, and then he finds his path blocked. And then he gives away the foul. I reckon Newton might have played for that a little bit as well. quarter of an hour left. Plus penalties maybe in the inaugural UNE Regional Super League. And right now, it's looking like Port Saints will be the regional champions in northern New South Wales at the first time of asking. Goodman turns it around the corner to Finlayson. Tries to put Goodman in behind, but it's gone to Scott. Now Andrews, and one there. Winter slides into the challenge. Goodman comes up with it. Finlayson needs an option here. Finlayson, he's got no support whatsoever. He somehow gets it to Goodman. Finlayson again. And the throw-in is going to go the way of the men in white. Downs back to Scott. Edgars. Kisose. Breeze sold that one short. In with the challenge was Croft. Sweeney somehow to slide through. Away's the call, and away is indeed. As Scarabello sends that ball. Now Breer. Trying to get it through to Newbury, but Newton does enough. Newbury again. Kisose, a little bit of space. Tries to put Breer in behind. Newton meets it. Kisose to recycle. Odgers looks up and then decides to shift it wide to Gedahun. Gedahun tries to force his way into the area. He'll force a corner. It's Tom Sweeney. He's on corner duty now, a new man for the Northern Storm. Might have already gone out of play, it has. It's a wasted corner for the Storm. Scott. Gedahun. Andrews brings it down. Newbury. Just didn't get the trap, but gets the ball back now. Newbury. Gedahun is on the end of this one. What does he do here? Shapes to shoot and then looks to cross. Scarabello bombs it long. Goodman is the target man now, but there's no one with him. He's just going to have to hold it up. He might actually take it to the corner flag. He has done just that. And he tries to milk a corner. Not to be. Moang. Now Goodman's come up with it. Edge of the area. This time he will try and play him. And tried to play for the foul. It's gone the other way. Breer. Try and take him on. Breer. Still going. Couldn't get it through to Dove though. Gedahun. Bombs it into the area and it almost catches Scarabello by surprise. He was waiting to defend across and then had to backtrack. But preserves the lead for the Saints. 10 to go plus stoppages. Winter makes the tackle. Andrews, Newbury. Odger's in space towards that right-hand side. Shifts it to Gedahun. And he's not done so well with that. And now a change for the Saints. Cameron fails. About to go on. It looks like Goodman has given all that he's got, so fails will go on with less than 10 minutes to go. And it's Cameron Fowles that's the front man now for the Saints. Andrews, misdirected one, but Dove might be able to run onto it. Newton is exercising the dark arts there. That one goes long and fails with the fresh legs. Will try and run onto it. Gets a throw out of it. Andrews is still trying to get to his feet. There'll be some sore bodies by the end of this one. Of course, most of them did play 90 minutes yesterday as well. Notwithstanding the scoreline, it was an intense one for the Storm against Inverell FC. Newbury to Dove. Little juggle and hooks it back towards Newbury. Pascoe thought he had it. Breer ends up with it. The Storm captain trying to lead by example. Gedahun shows a burst of pace. Prestegard gets a foot in. Gives away the corner. Remember, since the 5th minute, Jesper Prestegard has been playing on a yellow card. He's got 7 and a bit to go. 7 minutes to... Andrews meets it. Couldn't get the direction on it. Scott tries to get it back in. Can't get it past Newton. Gets a corner instead. 7 minutes to go for the Port Saints to see this one out. To be crowned UNE Regional Super League champions. But they've got another corner to defend here. This time it's Moang's turn to try and fire it in. It's a chip in. It's not a bad header. Andrews again is just the wrong side of the post. Kisose's on the end of the goal kick though. And beats one and gets it through to Sweeney. Slightly heavy touch, but he's able to shift it to Gedahun. Gedahun tries to play Breer in behind, but it's not getting past Jamison. Saints are just trying to soak up the pressure at the moment. Prestegard says anywhere will do. Fails trying to bust a lung to put Whedon under pressure, but he's composed. Plays it out to Scott. Scott's given it up though, and Croft has put that onto the hill. A couple of spare balls on that side. Odgers fails. Odgers again, Moang. That's Andrews. It's on the end of that ball. Almost. It's been Bree that dropped in. Wang doesn't get a firm touch on it. Whipped clear. Dunf. Fales tracks him, although Dove is still going. He's gone past Newton. Pascoe puts it out of play. Newbury, dangerous ball in. Scarabello, little juggle and holds on to it at the end. He had Getahun certainly bearing down on him. He just caught a little bit flat. Here's another change for the Storm. It's going to be Jesse Crick. With less than 4 minutes of regular time left. That's Odgers that come off. I don't think it's like for like, so clearly and understandably an attacking-minded change for the Storm as they still search for that equaliser. Getahun to Crick, and he can't keep it in play. Over the top of Fales, and ricochets off him now. And another throw-in for the Storm. It's not quite modern football, but if the Saints would just keep it at that end, that'll do them. Bree, he's got Newbury out wide, goes a little shorter, and eventually gets to Newbury. Dove continues to run, but Newbury is giving it up. Pascoe. Still Pascoe. Throwing off. It's gone the other way. Bree takes it. Crick into Newton. And Crick. Pascoe almost taken down. Another throw into the Storm. Mwang. Fowles gets a footing, but it falls kindly for Bree. Newton is strong in defence. Finlayson's been clipped there. Made sure the referee saw it. Definitely was hacked though. 2 minutes and stoppages to go. Saints trying to kill this game. Winter was the cry. It's gone a little over Winter, and it's returned from whence it came. Dove. Newbury's on a run. Flag has stayed down. Newbury in the area. He tries to cut back in. He tries to set up Crick. It's made its way out to Getahun. There's a lot of bodies in front of him. He's trying to force his way through with sheer determination. Prestegard, though, stands in his way, and now Winter clears. But the danger's not over yet. Kisose. Bree goes on a little bit of a run, but Croft gets a toe in. 1 minute and stoppages to go. Saints hanging on to that 1 goal lead and a regional Super League title. They've got another corner to defend though. And there's no time to waste for the Storm. It's going to be Dove to take. Everyone is in this half of the field now, even Whedon. It comes close and Scarabello plucks it out of the air. And just bombs it long and looks for Winter, but Whedon's going to get to it first, and he's going to have to send it from whence it came. In fact, he goes short to Scott. We are into stoppage time in the second half. The Saints are hanging on. Quick with the throw. It comes off the head of Breer. Finlayson hooks it back and he's been fouled as well. So a free kick to the Saints. And this will soak up a little bit more time. In theory, it should be added on. Now there's it's half a stoush between Matt Peel and Ben Dove. Just a little bit of a push. Now Breer, who's the captain of the Storm, just getting a little bit of a talking to. I think that's going to be a general warning to the team. Just to have a word with his players. I reckon right now may not have much effect, as they would do anything to find an equaliser at the moment, but they're running out of time. This will be added on in theory. You don't necessarily get it all back in practice. The free kick goes long where Fales was waiting for it. The header was won by Andrews. Now it's Moang, who's been tireless today and yesterday as well. Just floats it long. Sweeney tries to run onto it. Scarabello can't gather it up. Get a hunt. Can he get away? Dove! Blocked on the line by Newton. Critical stop. Cooper Newton standing in the way. Denies Dove the equaliser in stoppage time. But still, the Storm come. Crick trying to hold off his defender. Dove trying to force his way into the area, and he has. The tackle comes in, it was fine. But now it's up to Newbury to try and get it over. Getahuni's going to have to chase it. And he does, and he goes back to Moang. White jersey surge forward. Moang runs into the area. And then cleared by Prestegard. Whedon has to get it back up there. Kisoso meets at the middle of Scully Park. It's got to come quickly. Time is of the essence now. We're well into the 3rd minute of time added. Newbury tries to go short. Dove to try and poke it in. Breer, but no, standing solid is Dan Peel. And it's a goal kick. And it might be the most kindly greeted goal kick that the Saints have had all year. The clock is still ticking away. How would you bet? It looks like it's going to be Cooper Newton who's the hero in the end. Scarabello thumps the goal kick long. Moang to Scott. It's got to go up there. It's got to get to the other end. It's knotted out by Jamison, whose free kick in first half stoppage time is what separates these two sides at the moment. Scott floats one in. Newton is there to meet it again. It's awkward, but he manages to get it clear, and then Fales helps it on its way. Whedon just has to bomb it long again, and that's exactly what he does. Getahun tries to hook it back. Breer, Pascoe gets in there, and then Peel. Anywhere will do at the moment. Kisose has to turn and look back and shake off the challenge of Finlayson. Spreads it out to Crick, who floats it in. Can Sweeney get on the end of it? No, Scarabello catches it. We've gone past 4 minutes of time added now. And again, Scarabello just sends it long, and Scott nods it back to Moang. Andrews, they're almost out on their feet now. Newbury, the substitute that came on, Dove, is a little wider than he'd like. We're into the 5th minute of stoppage time, and Dove can't get it past Newton, and the big cheer comes up from the Saints bench again. It's Cooper Newton at this rate to save the game for him. And then the tackle from Matt Peel, trying to stretch out the cramp. The ball is in play. Moang into the area, and then out of the area. And the Port Saints are the UNE Regional Super League champions. They hang on and they will lift the trophy.
And that is full time in the UNE.
The Saints have done it.
Regional Super League men's grand final.
And they have two men in particular to thank. Anthony Jamison with the goal. And then Cooper Newton with a goal saver on the line in second half stoppage time. two big moments late in these two halves of football. But it's the Port Saints who are the pride of the regions in northern New South Wales football. So full time in the men's grand final in the UNE Regional Super League. It's the Northern Storm 0, the Port Saints 1. We'll have the presentation shortly. Just recap the score. It was the first minute, the first half stoppage time, when Anthony Jemison's free kick snuck past everyone. And in the end, that was the only goal of the game. Thanks in no small part to Cooper Newton, the right back for the Saints. So the presentation shortly. I'll leave you for now. We thank you for your company. We've had a great time here at Scully Park Finals weekend in the inaugural UNE Regional Super League. On behalf of myself, Daniel Herrero, and the team, we bid you good night from commentary, but presentation to come.
Good evening everyone, and thank you for your attendance here tonight for the inaugural UNE Northern New South Wales Regional Super League Men's Grand Final. And well, what a game. Congratulations to Port Saints, commiserations to Northern Storm, but thank you for both putting on such a great spectacle for us tonight. My name is Andrew Parkinson. I'm the General Manager of Communications, Media and Marketing at Northern New South Wales Football. I'm your MC tonight, and I'm joined on the pitch by Northern New South Wales Football Deputy Chair David Willoughby, Football Mid-North Coast General Manager Philip Andrews, and Northern New South Wales Football CEO Peter Haynes. Firstly, we'd like to acknowledge the Kamilaroi Gomeroi people, the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today, and pay our respect to their elders past, present and emerging. To start, we'd like to acknowledge our match officials for their contribution to the match, I'd like to invite Northern New South Wales Football Deputy Chair David Willoughby to step forward to present our match officials with their medals. Assistant referees Liam Griffiths and Matt Hall, and our referee Patrick Redmore. Thanks guys, and congratulations on your contribution tonight. It's always difficult to lose a final, especially with the stakes on the line tonight, but Northern Storm can be proud of their effort today. I'd like to invite the captain, Campbell Greer, to say a few words.
Firstly, I'd like to say thanks to Northern New South Wales Football for the new tournament, and I think it's a good thing. Gets different teams to play each other throughout the year, and I think it's a good thing. Congrats support. You guys wanted it more than us tonight. A bit more hunger. So congrats to yous. To my boys, fell short again. Bit of our story this year, but I think it's character building, and all you can say is we'll come back next year.
Now I'd like to invite Northern New South Wales Football CEO Peter Haynes to present the runners-up medals, starting with Harrison Scott, Ethan Andrews, James Field, Mark McCarthy, Campbell Greer, Ansian Wang, Jared Kohler, Marco Cosose, Jeffrey Odgers, Benjamin Dove, Mitchell Whedon, Kieran Flirt, Ben Slater, Thomas Sweeney, Nazera Pepperoni, Noah Kennedy, Matthew Newbury, Jesse Crick, Craig Caruana, Samuel Hall, Eric McCarthy, Ryan Oso, and Pete Venture. Now I'd like to invite Northern New South Wales CEO Peter Haynes to stay with us to help us present the Player of the Match medal. And the Player of the Match of the inaugural UNE Northern New South Wales Regional Super League Men's Grand Final is Cooper Newton from Port Saints. Thank you, Pete, and congratulations, Cooper. Winning a grand final is always a significant achievement, and I'd like to ask Football Mid-North Coast General Manager Phil Andrews to help us present the medals. But first, I'd like to invite the captain of Port Saints, Bailey Pascoe, first to collect his medal and say a few words.
Firstly, just like to thank Northern New South Wales Football awesome comp, and yeah, thank you. I'd like to thank the officials. It's a great weekend. Thanks, Coffs. It was a great contest today. You guys were really strong. Thank you. Luca, Winter, Rusty, thank you. We wouldn't be here without you guys and your effort. To our supporters, thank you. Well, here today and watching. Lads, what a year. Let's celebrate. Awesome.
Thank you, Bailey. We'll now call out the rest of your teammates to receive their medals, starting with Anthony Scarabello, Jesper Prestegard, Daniel Peel, Cooper Newton, Michael Finlayson, Matthew Peel, Hunter Croft, Angus Goodman, Anthony Jamison, Brody Winter, Xander Hicks, Cameron Fales, Daniel Gardner, Ben McIntyre, and Luca Polocchi and Daryl Pascoe. And finally, I'd like to invite the winning captain, Bailey Pascoe, to collect the trophy from Northern New South Wales Football Deputy Chair, David Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, your inaugural UNE Northern New South Wales Regional Super League Men's Champions, Port Saints.